Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, 3 cats and a dog. This is episode 104 and today is Tuesday, the 31st of August 2021. Although if you looked out the window behind me, you'd think it's the depths of winter. We have got that really wet drizzly rain today and it's very dark. So I'm totally on overhead lighting and I use natural light bulbs, so my lighting should be okay, but hopefully everything's going to be fine. So welcome if you are a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my knitting project. It's all about how I get through my rolling rotation of whips, which is done over a 6-day rotation. I have got a new cast on, or two. I have a finished object that's sort of finished but isn't. I have a cat in the room, but it's not Luna, so hopefully he won't be as annoying as last week. And I apologise if that was really annoying, because when I was watching it back in editing, I was like, okay, he was a little bit over the top. But I've just got Demi and she's behind you, just behind you there. And she's currently just settling down, I think, for a sleep, bless her. So let's go into the first section. My first section is admin. And we have 2 knit-alongs going on at the moment. Today is the last day for the stripy sock KALS for August, so I hope you're all getting your entries in. I do leave the thread open for a couple of days, so if you miss slightly, you're fine. And also we've got the square a day KALS going on, and the next check-in is the end of September, which has come around scarily quickly. I can't believe that the next check-in is going to be the end of next month. I have no idea what the square count is. I'll try and do all of this for next week. I'm totally not organised this week, but we're going with it. We're just going with it as it is. So let's get into the knitting, because let's face it, that's what you're all here for. So day one is socks. And what have I been working on? I have been working on, so this is hanging out my lovely So Me bag, which I adore. And this is a test knit that I'm doing for Laura, who is the lonely knitter, and the dyer behind Bumbling Yarns, that is her colourway there, and does craft as well. And this is the Miss March socks, and this is the Beth socks, which are really pretty. It's got this very small little pattern down one side. Now I finished my first one. So this is finished and I've done the ends. So the last time you saw this was where that stitch marker is, and I finished it yesterday. I had a great debate with myself as to whether I was going to go do a contrast toe or not, and I decided I didn't want to. Not because I was being lazy, I just didn't want to do it. I just wanted to have a green heel to see what it looks like. Now the pattern is down there, but as you can see it's folding in at the moment, so let me put my hand in it and I will show you. So that's the lovely pattern, which I've taken all the way down to the toe, and I really like this pattern. It's very intuitive. I didn't need to read the instructions after I did about sort of 3 or 4 of them. Probably not even that many, about 3 of them, because I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so no, it was about after the second one. And yeah, I really love it. Really love this sock. It's as I said, really intuitive, so it's good if you just want something little of interest, and then the rest of it's just plain stockinette, which shows off, in this case, Laura's beautiful yarn. So this is Bumbling Yarns in her Sweet Pea Bouquet colourway. And the mini is a little green mini I had in my stash from Woolly Goodness. And yeah, I love it. I love this sock a lot. I'm looking forward to doing the second one. I've done a 60 stitch count on 2.5mm needles. The pattern is great because you can adjust your favourite sock stitch count for the pattern, which is what I have done. And as I said, it just goes down that side. Now there is a right and a left, so I will be doing the other one. Was this probably, this is the right, so I'll be doing the left hand one. As I said, it just keeps rolling in. It'll look better when they've been blocked and are on the sock blockers. Yeah, really like that. Looking forward to doing the other one. Haven't cast it on yet, but that's the Sweet Pea Bouquet. which is very pretty. And as I said, this is Bumbling Yarns. I think I forgot to mention that last week, so I apologise. And then this little mini I've got is Woolly Goodness from a set of rainbow minis. It's such a pretty spring green. I thought it went really well with the yarn. So that's that one. And then I've also got a new cast on. Because I needed a plain vanilla sock. And that's living in my... I love this. Tell that there's a slight nod towards autumn in my podcast this week. This is by Eldervice Knits on Instagram. She has a Etsy shop and she dyes yarn as well. I love this little bag. So yeah, there's just a little nod towards autumn. And I was playing a game with the girls on Sunday night. And I didn't have anything I could knit on because nothing is at the stage where I could just knit on it. And I decided I just wanted a plain vanilla sock. So I wound up my sock set from last week, which was the Long Lazy Days, which was the club from Sherry Iris for July. And I hand wound it into a ball. This is not all of it. I've got that much left. I was hand winding this ball as I was going to sleep one night and I kept dropping off to sleep, so I just broke it off and I'll do the rest of it at some point. I mean, I'm doing 2 socks, so not the end of the world. So that's the mini that goes with it. And it's coming out really prettily. Too much yarn. So I need to find some DPN holders. I have no idea where all my DPN cozies have gone. So that was the cuff. I've done a 1x1 twisted rib cuff in the little mini. It's really pretty. Really pretty. And then this is how the yarn is knitting up. It's almost micro striping. There's a little bit of flashing going on, but not a huge amount. Be interested to see how the rest of it goes. And this is literally just for me to knit if we're playing games or in the car, or my emergency sock. So this will probably be hanging around for a little while. You probably won't see it all that often because I'll only show it when I've knit on it. So I did knit this yesterday on the way to our local agricultural show in the car. So it wasn't for very long, because what was yesterday? I don't remember. What was I knitting? Oh no, yesterday was sock day. Ironically. And I didn't want to take my Sweet Pea socks with me because I was nearly at the toe decreases and I just wanted something vanilla in case I ended up sitting like ringside and knitting loads. So yeah, I took this with me. So I did that in the car. And then I finished off the other sock when I got home. So yesterday was day 1. So that's day 1 socks. And yeah, really enjoying them. Coffee. This is a little mug I got from West Green Loft Yarns with her Hooga box, I think, last year. Can't remember. So day 2 is accessory day, and I was going to do start the Pesserin hat, but I couldn't find the right side needles, so I winged it. Didn't wing it very well. Ended up ripping it out. Ended up ordering the needles, which you will see later, and moved on to this, which is living in my lovely little maker bag. So this is the maker tag is from So Amy, and the little bag is from Homebird Makes. I love this little bag, it's so pretty. And this is the bag I use to make dishcloths. And I have made 2 dishcloths out of sugar and cream stripes, and it's the, does it say what colourway? But yeah, so it's sugars and cream. And I made 2 little cloths, and as I said, these are the things I didn't finish. I haven't sewn my ends in yet because I couldn't find my sewing up needle when I'd finished them. So I made 2 little, and this is Grandma's favourite dishcloth, which is knit corner to corner, which I really love. And I've done the eyelet edge in. Now, for those of you that watched the podcast last week, we are hoping to buy a caravan. So I've made a little cloth for the caravan. This will be a dishcloth, which I really like. And then I did a little Cosy Memory square as another cloth with the leftovers. and that's literally all I had left over. And this is to go underneath our coffee machine to catch the coffee drips, because we're going to take our coffee machine with us in the caravan. So I did a little pair, and as I said, I need to block them as well, but I also need to sew in my ends. So they're not quite a finished object, but I won't show you them again. So that's what I made for my accessories, and I really like them. They're really cute, and I love the colours. Colours are really pretty. And I have got another one to use. I think I got this off of Amazon. I used quite big needles for this because it's quite thick yarn. 4.5mm needles, and these are rosewood ones from my rosewood Knitpicks Knitpicks interchangeable set. That's where I was going. Yeah, need to finish them, and then they can, as I said, go to the caravan that we haven't got yet. There's a bit of a theme to this week. So that's what I did for day 2 accessories, and thoroughly enjoyed making them actually. So day 3 is my new EDT. So the ED is a pattern by Isabel Kramer, and is a t-shirt, but I've modified mine a lot to include longer sleeves and lace, and I'm using Sherry Iris yarn. That's what the ED looks like. Now Tracy was asking me, and I will try and reply to you privately, Tracy, as well, but just in case I don't get around to it, was asking me what a good beginner garment pattern is. Now, my first ever garment I knit in the round was indeed the EDT, and I followed the pattern completely, did the patterning, and did the short row shaping at the bottom. So totally recommend the Isabel Kramer's EDT. She holds your hand. Another beginner pattern I would do is the flax, either the light or the normal flax. I might be tempted, if you're a beginner, not to worry about the garter sleeve panel, garter stitch panel down the sleeves, because it's just one more thing you need to remember to wrangle, but it works fine without the panel, so you don't have to do the panel, and that's just then a basic raglan sweater. But personally, yeah, I had no problem following the ED pattern as my first pattern. I would say don't read ahead too much, just concentrate on each little section, because if you read it ahead, I think you could get overwhelmed. And the other tip I would have is, without showing you too much secret sauce, I write out my stitch counts and tick them off so that I know each row I'm correct. So I just have a little notebook I keep with my projects, and then I have the pattern clipped to it. And then, yes, I can just tick off as I'm going through. And I still do that even now, even though I know the pattern quite well. So let's see how far we got. I was there last time you saw it, and I've got all the way down to here. And this is, as I said, the lovely Sherry Iris yarn. So pretty. I'm loving how this is coming out. So I'm getting down my raglan increases, so it's beginning to look like a little garment, and I'm using this one, his name I can't remember, and his ball band isn't in there. Is the ball band in there? Have a look at that one. Yes, it is. This one is, oh, this is a sock club, isn't it? This is the June sock club, which I really love. And then it's going to fade into this one, which is my In My Garden, which is really pretty. And then it's going to fade into this one, and this will be the lace and the bit around the bottom. That's what it's called. I'm struggling saying that. Really struggling saying that. It's really funny. And yeah, that's that one, which is really pretty. So I'm looking forward to getting this one done. And that is living in a Sherry Iris bag, actually one of my bigger Sherry Iris bags. Let's put it away. So that's holding my jumper and 3 skeins of yarn quite happily. It's such a pretty one, I love this bag. Sort of, as I said, it's almost a bit of a nod to autumn. Almost autumny colours. So that's day 3. Day 4 is also a new cast on. I found a yarn set of little balls of yarn. I'll pick up as many as I can. There we go. I've got all these little balls of yarn, which are 100% acrylic and very squeaky. But I did think, I looked at them and went, oh, they'd make a really lovely baby blanket. So, baby items day, which is what day 4 is. So day 4 is baby items day. I was out and about and couldn't do the jumper. I'm doing a baby vertebrae because we were in the car and I'm on the sleeves and I needed to concentrate. So I took this instead, and I'm doing Cosy Memory squares. So it's the mitered squares, and that is how it's working up. So this is going to be a car seat blanket. It's designed to go over the little car seat that my step-son has got, which we were fitting this week because the baby is due imminently. So to go over the car seat and to go the car seat covers, this is really looking really good. So yeah, and it's 100% acrylic, so they can wash it, throw it in the dryer. Perfect to go over a car seat to keep the baby warm. It's a lovely thickness. It's almost an Aran weight, if I'm honest. I'm doing this on 4mm needles, and I'm using another Knit Pro interchangeable set. I can't think what this one's called. I really can't. It could be Harmony, I'm not sure. Could be Symphonies. No, Symphonies are the wooden ones. Melodies. Could be Melodies. I was thinking Harmony, Symphony, Melody. That's it. So yes. And I really like this. I do really like this. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. Hopefully fairly quickly, so that they can take it into hospital with them. I'm facing a deadline with that one, and this is hanging it out in my birdhouse bag, which is lovely. It's one of the ones that's got that style. It's got a little button there, a little bird button there. Now I don't know who the maker is for this, and I haven't got a maker's label inside, which is sad. So I don't know who made this, but it's very lovely and it's perfect for holding this project. So that is day 4, baby items day. So day 5 possibly got the most love this week, if I'm honest, and that's hanging out in my caravan bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. And this is my Whitmore cardigan. I am wearing my Whitmore jumper today. This is my Whitmore cardigan, and where's the picture? I know I have the picture set, but there we go. So the Whitmore cardigan is a pattern by Amy Loudon, who is the little tailoress. And it's the cardigan version of the jumper I'm wearing now. And just let me make sure I'm not losing, because there's needles everywhere with this at the moment. Okay, so I finished, where is it? Come on, behave yourself. Okay, I finished the lace work of the yoke. So that's all done, and I've split off for the sleeves. So the yoke is done, and I have picked up one sleeve, and I'm knitting my way down that sleeve at the moment. So what I do is I get it to this stage and then I do my sleeves. So no sleeve island at the end, and it's lighter to wrangle to do the sleeves, so it's actually easier, just for me anyway, just to do it this way. And then when I get to the end, I haven't got to worry about the sleeves are done. And yeah, I enjoy doing that. So that's how this little cardigan's looking. Like I said, it's all needles because I've got sleeve needles in for the sleeve there. I've got the needles that are down the front and around the body there, and I've got a spare set of needles just around these sleeve stitches. But as you can see, got all of the lace work done. I don't know whether I can show you where I was. So I was there when you last saw this. So I finished that last lace repeat. I did a few rounds of just plain stockinette stitch, and then as I said, I picked up for the sleeve and started working my way down the sleeves. I am going to do the tapered sleeves, but I'm tapering mine quite gently because I've got quite a big back wing. Well, I've got a very big back wing, so I don't want to taper it until I get it past the elbow. I'm probably going to do full length sleeves on this because I do like full length sleeves on my cardigans. At least I do on the one I've been wearing non-stop recently. So and that's how the lovely yarn is knitting up. So the yarn is by Lay Family Yarn and is a 75/25 DK in their vintage China colourway, which I really love this colourway, and to me it's one of her classic ones. And so far I've only used one ball and it's knit all this, so I'm fairly certain that at the end of this I'm going to have enough yarn left to make a jumper as well. So I might make a what's it, an understated in my leftovers. But oh, I love it, so pretty. I can see at the moment, I can see a lot more Whitmore cardigans in my future. I just need to find out what it fits like, and then I think I may end up making more because I like the lace pattern. It's really easy. Amy holds your hand every step of the way. If you want a first cardigan pattern and you're happy with lace work, this would not be a bad place to start. And it's very clever the way it's constructed, because you do the button band, you knit the button band on at the same time. It's really clever. I'm not doing buttonholes because I never do my cardigans up, so I don't see the point of doing buttons and buttonholes. However, if should I change my mind, I'm going to cut in afterthought buttonholes. There's lots of tutorials online as to how to do that, and it won't be the first time I've done that. Quite like afterthought buttonholes because I can then measure them quite accurately as to where I want them, because if you lose concentration and you kind of fudge it, you know, you miss by a row or two, they can look quite uneven. So I quite like the afterthought buttonhole. But so yeah, I love this. This is probably my second favourite knit I'm knitting on at the moment, or maybe joint top with my next day. But yeah, so that's my Whitmore cardigan in my Lay Family yarn. It's, oh, that's such a nice knit. So that's that one, and then oh, trying to get it back in its bag's fun. Lastly, day 6 is blanket day, but at the moment it's being solely my hedgerow blanket. So this is my hedgerow yarns blanket, and I've got a whole bag of minis there, and it's living in my Mrs. Brown's bags bucket. And basically I'm just using all my minis from Hedgerow Yarns to make a blanket. Now this blanket is going to go on my bed on the caravan. Again, you know, the caravan we've not got yet, but this is what I want as a cover. just to lay on top of the bed. I've got to go some, don't get me wrong, but at least I have started and I've got quite a way in. I love it. So the ones I've done this week are these little ones up here. Now I'm just going to run through my stitch markers very quickly. So that's a West Grain Loft Yarns one. That one, which is beautiful, is a Jewels of So Sweet Violet. Now I bought these a couple of weeks ago and couldn't wait to start using them, so I didn't show them on the podcast, and that is the only problem with my So Sweet Violet stuff. I tend to use it straight away. So there's that one. That's also one of Jules's, this little birdie. I think that's one of Jules's as well, the strawberry. I think that's one I got for my birthday from Katie. And then there's this one, which is a beautiful little fairy. So yeah, part of this, I'm adoring using the stitch markers too. But that's what it's like. And then I'm going to edge it in a pink I-cord edging. Then I want to make the same thing, but for Ian in green. Well, sorry, with a green I-cord edging. He wanted blue. Now, this is my husband. I'm just going to hold this up for you so you can just look at it for a minute. So Ian's favourite colour is green. I have some West Grain Loft Yarns, plain green, which would be perfect to use for the I-cord edging for this. So he decided he wanted blue. You can't have blue, you can have green. Well, I said to him, well, you can have blue, but you'll need to buy it. I don't think I've got enough of, it depends on how much yarn it takes. I think it's going to take a bit more than a skein to go all the way around this as an I-cord when I do it. So I'm like, depends on how much it takes, but I haven't got enough plain blue yarn. I was like, if you want to buy me some, I will, but so why can't you just have green? I have green. You like green. Green is your favourite colour, honestly. So yes, I love that. So that's my day 6, and I'm just doing a 20 by 20, so it's a 40 stitch count miter square, and I'm doing it on 2.5mm needles with fingering weight yarn, and these are all mini sets from Hedgerow Yarns. I've got a lovely little bag of my leftovers going in my little strawberry fair bag, and yeah, so I'm going to use those again for making the second one. So that is that part. That's the actual rotation. I have got my under here, which I've buried, my square a day, which is my Christmas blanket. Now there will be some video footage after this bit of talking of my blanket, because I've just joined on a strip, so that'll come up in a moment. But for the moment this week I have been working on this strip. So I have got, so the reason I haven't got a square a day since you last saw this was because part of it I was sewing on the other one. So some of my days were taken up with sewing on, but this is this week's strip. So again, I'm using Christmassy colours, or at least Christmas colours that say Christmas to me, and these are kind of icy colours. This one is has a sparkle in it. This one I honestly do not know where that came from. It's very pretty, but I don't know where it's come from or who it's by. But this one's a woolly goodness. It's very pretty. It's a really icy one. I'll try and do another icy colour on the other end of this. But yeah, so that's that. And then, as I said, there should be a bit of video coming up now of the finish, not the finish, but the strip that I've joined in. So I've laid it on my bed, and as you'll see, I think it starts off with me on the long wise, so between the bottom of the bed and my pillow, which actually I then realised wasn't the best way to show it, so I turned around and showed it the other way. And you can see it's the width of my bed, so I'm just going lengthwise now. I've now done 14 of the 20, so I've only got another 6 to do. I'm obviously on 1 now, so I'm hoping that I will get it finished by the 1st of December. That is the aim. However, I do again want to put an edge around that. Not an I-cord edge though, because that's crocheted and I don't fancy I-cording that vast amount. If you've watched Ellie of Craft House Magic's lovely podcast recently. She's just finished a corner to corner blanket and has done a beautiful scalloped edging around it. I am thinking that's probably what I will do. I'm going to totally nick Ellie's idea because she's completely inspired me. So I will probably do a scalloped edging. I am thinking though, if I don't get that done by the 1st of December, which I may not now because it is September, I would be able to use it and then put the edging on after Christmas. So that is the end of my Cosy Memory blanket bit. Right, so you should be back with me now. Oh, I need my coffee today. That's decaffeinated. I've already had my normal coffee. So next up is Happy Mail, which is around here somewhere. Bear with me. I'm going to swap it over. This is my Happy Mail. And this is going on the floor. Okay, so part of my Happy Mail is the basket itself. I went to our local agricultural show yesterday and bought this basket from Jack Straw's Baskets, which I absolutely love. It's got all my Happy Mail for this week in it. And yeah, oh, I love it. I always, whenever I go to that show, and I haven't been for years, I always come home with a basket. Right, so let's get on with Happy Mail. First one is a club, and this is from Willy Goodness, and is her Colours of the Month club for August. So if you've not had it, please look away. This is a really pretty stitch marker that came with it. And these are the very pretty minis. So this is going into a habitation throw whenever I get back to it. I just want to get all these blankets done now because I'm going to have a load of them for going down the caravan that we haven't got yet. Like I said, running theme. So that's that one. You can look back now if you've looked away. What else have I got? So last knitting related one, I picked up some 3.25 and 2.75 40 centimetres, which I believe are 16 inches, bamboo circular knitting needles, which I need for the Pesserin hat. Because as I said, I gave up, ripped it out and bought these. I got these from Ellie of Craft House Magic, who is the stockist for Higher, and I love the Higher bamboos. They are a little bit more robust than the licky needles, and having just broken a licky needle, I was more inclined to try these for this, so I'm going to give them a go for the hat. Ellie always sends such lovely packages out, and you always get a little extra, and I have been lucky enough to get a little bit of the yarn that's the same as what she used for her cardigan. Now if you've watched her podcast, you will know that she's finished her beautiful cardigan that's in pink. Can't remember, I know it's a Hokey Locatelli pattern, but I don't know what the name of it is, so go check out her podcast. But yeah, isn't that pretty? So that's going to go in my Cosy Memory blanket as a memory of Ellie and her cardigan. So that can go in there. And then I've got, the next things are not knitting related. Again for the caravan, because you know, when Jules showed these on her podcast, I absolutely fell in love with it. So I've got a little tea bag with it as well, so thank you. It comes in this box, so this keepsake box, and this is her little tiny hexagon frame English paper piecing kit, and this is the B edit, so it's that one that I got. And I want to make this and so for the wall of our caravan. I'm really looking forward to doing this, and you get everything that you need in here. Isn't that beautiful? And now I have shown it to you, I can actually do it. I was really tempted to do it at the weekend, but I never end up showing the stuff I get from So Sweet Violet because, as I said, I always end up using it before you see it. So this time I thought I'd show it. It's so lovely. Oh, I can't wait. So that's going to, as I said, go on my caravan wall. I'll show that to you again. as a wall hanging. I was going to hang it up there, but I suddenly thought, oh, actually it would look really nice in the caravan. And finally, I bought this from the show yesterday. There was a lady selling bits and pieces that she'd made with recycled fabric, and this is a journal cover. It's got little fishes on, little patchwork fishes, which is really cute. And has she's put a little journal inside it as well, but I will probably use it for my knitting journal actually, which is sitting right here. That is the idea. I'm going to use that. So this is a Lane one. I've got 2 of these. I wasn't overly keen of it because I thought it didn't make the best use of space. So you get 2 pages for a project, and then there's also 2 blank pages as well following that. Now I was only finding that I would use let's see whether I can find one. Yeah, here we go. That I would only use sort of like that page, and then that page I'm kind of filling up for the sake of it. So what I started doing was not that one, because that's got lunar paw prints all over it. I started making my own pages on the plain pages. At that point I was a little bit happier with it, and it's all indexed as well. And at the back is a list of all my projects with their page numbers, and then the colours they're coloured in is whether it's 2021, 2020, 2019. I think I've even got a 2018 around somewhere. Yeah, 2018. No idea instructions. What on earth are they? Hold on. Page 26. I'm intrigued now. 24, 25. Oh, okay. That's what it means by no idea instructions. Goodness, they knows what I was doing there. So they're my February rainbow socks. So this is not in chronological order because I went back to fill in the blank pages. But this is nearly completed actually. And then I have got another one because I bought a blue one. Or I bought a blue one, couldn't find it, and then I bought this one. But I'm sticking, you'll recognise these projects. I'm sticking pictures of the projects in, and then it's got the details underneath and some of the yarn. I'm not up to date with this at all. I am trying to, as I'm grabbing projects, write them up at the same time. But yeah, that's going to go. Should we do that? Should we put it on there? Take this little essentials waste rose notebook out. Let's see if it fits it, shall we? I think it will. It might help me stop losing it as well, bearing in mind I keep not being able to spot it. There we go. Yep, that fits. Oh, and because the elastic bang's so elasticy, that's just a hair bunchy she's used for that, but it's going to work well for this. There we go. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that actually. Brilliant. That works well. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. Right, so that's the end of the knitting content today. I'm just going to restart my camera, otherwise it's going to cut me off in the middle of news from the knitting project. Oh, so news from the knitting project this week. First of all, I'm going to have a slurp of my coffee. So we still haven't seen this caravan that I was chatting about to you last week. It's supposed to be coming up from Exeter, and we, as yet, haven't seen it. Hasn't made it up here. Complicated by bank holiday weekend, which it was here in the UK. Yesterday was a bank holiday, which is why I'm recording on Tuesday this week and not Monday. And also Ian is away at the moment. He is riding the lights in Blackpool. So Blackpool, which is a town up north, has illuminations. They're quite famous, the Blackpool illuminations. At the beginning, when they've just turned them on, which I think they turned them on this weekend, one of the nights just after, they shut the whole of the seafront and you can ride down it on your bike. And as you know, my hubby is very much into cycling. So he is up there with his family. He's going to ride with his sister, his son, not the one that's expecting the baby because he's very firmly grounded down here at the moment, and his niece. They're all going to go and ride the lights, and that's today. So I'm hoping they've got a lot better weather up there where they are than we have down here. Theoretically, he has my little GoPro camera, and he's got it on the front of his bike. It won't be on this week's podcast, but it should be, if I've got any footage worth using, on next week's. As for vlog footage from this week, I have got a few little bits and pieces that I've recorded throughout last week, and I have got some bits from our agricultural show which I attended yesterday. Now, I have been going to the Edinburgh and Oxford show since I was tiny. I was a little dot when I first started going with my mum and dad. We had a break for a few years because our local fete is on the same day, and we help out there because that's one of the things that guiding does. But we also, this year, the fete hasn't gone ahead because of COVID. Not quite sure why, haven't worked out why, but they haven't done it anyway. I don't know whether it might even be one of these things that it just doesn't happen again, but I'll be sad if that's the case. But we had a year off, so we decided to go to the Edinburgh and Oxford show. Having attended this year, I can see that being a regular fixture now in my years to come. I would like to go. I am also thinking of giving my notice to guiding. I think I'm going to make this my last year. If we get the caravan, I'm going to want to be able to leave on a Thursday after I finish work, and I do brownies on a Thursday after I finish work. By the time I finish brownies, it's really late when we don't start till 5:30, and it doesn't finish till 7. So that's going to be too late really to go away on the Thursday night, especially in the winter. So I think that's going to, unless we can get it to move earlier, I think that is definitely on its way out. I'm also going to pull out of quite a few events this year. I've got one that I can't pull out of, but the rest of them I'm thinking of pulling out of. We've got a lot of leaders now. We've got a lot of younger leaders, and I'm tired with it. I've probably run my course. I love my brownies. That's the only thing I would keep on, is the brownie meetings, because I just really like those brownies, but unfortunately it's the wrong day. You can never win, can you? Anyway, I'm not sure why I'm telling you all that. Possibly I just needed to chat it through. It does happen. Yeah, the weather here is shocking. It's cold. I am wearing a jumper. I know a lot of you will be pleased to hear that, but we've had such a little summer down here. It is actually quite sad. And obviously we can't really, well, I mean, we could go away, but I'm not going to fly at the moment, so we're not going anywhere sunny anytime soon. But equally, we've got something to look forward to. We have the caravan to look forward to, and at least in a caravan you can go away in this weather and it's not going to be too miserable, which will be really nice. Nothing crafting wise to tell you at the moment. I'm plodding along with the knitting project, very much enjoying my rotation. Today is accessory day and I'm hoping to start the hat. Now I have the needles and I've shown them to you. So I need to get that into a project bag. I don't know where the project bag is for that. I've not seen that. That's around somewhere. I'm going to need to find it first before I do it. And I'm also enjoying thinking about all the blankets I can knit for the caravan. But anyway, if we get to see this caravan next week, I will try and take some video footage of it for you. It's a second-hand one, it's not a new one. I think it's 2012. I'll try and take some video footage of it for you so you can have a look around if you're interested. Girls are all fine, they're all well. Megs is gearing to go back to work now because obviously she's been off as she's a teaching assistant, so all the schools go back at some point either this week or next week, not quite sure when. Not sure when she's back, but she's looking at getting a new job anyway. Oh dear, it's now half an hour later and I can't remember what I was talking to you about. That's not good, is it? I think I was going through the fact the girls are all okay. Oops. Ian's up north visiting his his mum and his family, which is nice for him. I wish I was up there with him, but we're a bit reluctant about staying in hotels at the moment. Again, that's another thing that will be improved by having the caravan, because there is a caravan site quite close to them where we would be able to stay for the weekend, so that would work too. Do you think I'm a little bit excited? I'm sorry, I'll stop boring you with that. I'm at the Southern Wool Show this weekend, although by the time you see that, that will have gone, because this is for Sunday, so I will already be there. I'm going with my lovely daughter Katie, and I'm very much looking forward to it. But on that note, I think I'm going to need to go, because I'm going to have to start work in about half an hour, so I probably should get my desk cleared up so I can actually see to start work. That would be a good move. So I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and I will see you next week. isn't it?
Right, onto you lady. So you can go for zombie number 1. Sit one in there, one in there. Off you guitar. We'll go for number 3. And you'll go for number 5. There, one hand like the phone. So that hand there. That's it. So you see where your green laser is? That's fine. So you can tuck that bit of the gun using that bit of your shoulder. That's it. Elbow up like a chicken wing. That's it. There you go. That's it.
Never shot a gun.
Then you line your greens up, and when you're ready, you squeeze the trigger. Everyone into. Here we go, get what's left of your something.
Which one's your shot?
One that's actually destroyed.
Number 5. Yeah, I'm not. Charlie.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, Charlie was going for it.
Do we get to keep us? I did. He's just changed
Oh, I was
it.
going to say that.
That was a little bit funny. Cheers, guys.
Right, turn around so I can see them all.
I missed score anyway.
Mine is dead, mate. Dead.
I wish I had the brain lines.
It is.
Got the lungs as well.
Did I hit the
Out.
about 10 hours preparation of just harness and carriage alone in getting them clean and prepared and presented for a competition such as this. For our judge. Picture moment as well when they're all in line, and you'll see the grooms leap off the back and immediately go to the heads of the horses. Down they come, and they all know their grooms, they know what to do, but at the same time they're pretty keen as well. There we go, stand in front, takes a brave man, it's not going to be me. And as they will circle the arena now and leave us for the end of the class. So we invite our winner, Sonny Hollier, with Jester, Joker, Jackson and Jasper to lead away and give them a fantastic, rousing round of applause, as I know we can at the Edenbridge and Oxted show. This is a phenomenal work of display, control, harmony, and have justifiably won the class. And Ivor Barrett, once again, was so delighted to have them here with his lovely team. In second place, away they go. And the Wells Fargo can't wait to go. Come on, Ben. Yep. Okay, Ben, come on.
He's going to do a gallop there.
Uh-oh, sit tight. That's it, steady boys. On board you go. There we go. Wells Fargo and Ben Turner. And a final lap of honour for Sonny Hillier.
Oh, they're beautiful. They are beautiful, aren't they? Well deserved winner there.
Run.